Ezra, 1 Kings 8:62 through 64. The king of Israel with him offered sacrifice before the Lord. So Solomon offered sacrifice on his behalf and on the behalf of all of Israel. Um, Sometimes Jesus was offered up for us. That's the most important sacrifice ever made. And the end all be all, the sacrifices was in him. Verse 63, Solomon offered a communion sacrifice of 20,000 oxen, 120,000 sheep to the Lord, and thus the king and all Israel dedicated temple of the Lord. So he's offering all these sacrifices on the behalf of Israel, and it's standing as a stature of the purpose of the temple is to offer up to God, to sacrifice to God, to give glory and praise to God. And we sometimes have to sacrifice our things in our life to bring God more glory. But ultimately, the thing that brings most glory is us serving and praising God for Jesus, our sacrifice. Verse 64. On the same day, the king consecrated the middle part of the court in front of the temple of the Lord, for that was there he presented the burnt offerings, obligations, and fatty parts of the communion sacrifices, since the bronze altar which stood before the Lord was too small to hold the burnt offering, obligation, and fatty parts and communion sacrifice. So they had to have a special place for sacrifice because there was so many. But it was made sure it was done at the temple to bring glory to God and set apart the temple for this purpose. We as Christians are set apart because of what Christ did and his sacrifice for us.